Welcome to MMO Grinder Sidequest, where I take a look at early open or closed betas, subscription trials, and simpler titles, giving you a quick first impression. Today I'll be looking at Apex Legends, another contestant to the Battle Royale throne that came seemingly out of nowhere to hit everyone by surprise and deals some surprisingly good numbers for a newcomer. As long as you don't mind having to install EA's Origin service or realize that what you're playing are the remnants of what would have been the now scrapped Titanfall 3, perhaps Apex will have something to offer to those who haven't latched onto Fortnite and PUBG's Clone Storm just yet. While not a graphical powerhouse by any stretch, Apex does better to bridge the gap of PUBG's generic realism and Fortnite's cartoonish style, giving us a decent blend of nature and future tech and various heroes of interesting and varied design. Environments can look distinct from each other in differing areas of the arena, and there's plenty to discover if you're looking around. Music is almost never something to remark on in a Battle Royale game. While the menu theme has a perfectly atmospheric, low-key techno-industrial feel, the game remains musicless in matches. However, sound effects, especially with the gunplay, are utterly fantastic. Each gun has a very heavy punch that'll be heard from far away, with very accurate pops and booms for their appropriate caliber. So what sets Apex Legends... oh god, it's another game with Legends in the title. What sets Apex apart from the current BR leaders of Frying Pan Lawsuit and mispronounced child-approved Minecraft Dance Simulator is that playing squads is a forced endeavor. You're always going in with a team of 3. I mean, sure, if you think you're hot enough shit to split off from the group and go in alone, nothing's really stopping you from doing that, but encouraging you to stick around are the other notable features of this game. First off, this is a character and class-based title. While no class has a specific weapon specialty, at least from what I've gathered, each character represents an overall class and has their own set abilities and ultimate moves, not unlike a MOBA or a hero shooter. These abilities range from group healing, group shielding, better tracking, aerial bombardments, and quicker travel, making their unique skills overall helpful to group play. In two very distinct means of making sure your squad mates are almost never out when they're down, you can of course revive them in the standard hold a button while they're knocked down style. But in addition to that, if you don't reach them in time, or they're finished off, you have a second chance to recover their banner from their gear drop. Take the banner to a dropship station, and your squad mate can be brought back good as new. It's also a good idea to stick around with your squad because you're limited to only having 2 weapons at a time. You can't hoard a squadron of shotguns, LMGs, and rocket launchers. You'll have spaces for 2 weapons, grenades, armor, ammo, healing items, and the like. Upgrading better versions of your armor or weapons is pretty painless too, usually automatically swapping that item out for you for a better one, and even telling you if it's equipped or an upgrade when you mouse over it. I am rather shocked that this community seems so civil. Like, this is one of the games I wish my push-to-talk key actually worked, as most matches have had people asking me helpful questions, relaying strategy, offering items more often than barking orders or whining about the players being terrible. I am positive that once the game gains more popularity and attracts a larger audience, the jerks will be coming out in spades, trying to claim personal glory and whining about feeding, but I'll enjoy this shift in attitude while I can. My first match, which I really wish I'd recorded, had me led around by a very skilled and helpful player using the character Caustic. The irony isn't lost on me there. Despite losing a player early, he managed to snag the banner from my death point, revive me, lead me through the rest of the match with tips and tricks, and eventually led me to winning my first match. I really wish I remembered that player's name, but rest assured, I've never won a match since. I'm really terrible at these games. One downside to forced squad play is that if a player disconnects for any reason, even server side, the game considers them dead and there is no way to get them back for that match. Just something to look out for if your internet's acting up. We had a pretty good group going recently until our Mirage vanished on us. I even got a kill in that match. Hey, I said I'm terrible. The cash shop is a bit of contention. Sure, it's a free-to-play game and nearly everything is available as cosmetic, but the prices seem to be through the roof, and the traditional loot box makes another appearance, though some set-in-stone descriptions and rules that I can appreciate, like opening 30 boxes without getting a legendary will guarantee you one, and no duplicate cosmetics. Loot boxes are also granted through gameplay in a system very similar to Overwatch. If you're looking to convert your cash, though, it's 100 points to the dollar with no purchasable amount that's lower than $10, which should give you a good idea just how much a lot of these items really cost. The most troubling aspect is 2 of the game's characters, considered both very useful with powerful skills, are locked behind a pay or grind wall. Caustic and Mirage cost $750 each, but the unlock could be ground out for earned currency at a much steeper $12,000. The extreme usefulness of either character is a bit suspect since they are locked, but I don't think that they're exactly I win buttons for anyone who just possesses enough skill in these games in the first place. Overall, it's not surprising to see Apex taking to the market so well. This seems to have gone beyond the new game must-play attitude that a lot of Battle Royale newcomers seem to see for the space of a weekend. As of writing this line, Apex Legends is currently outshowing Fortnite on Twitch, and was often the #1 streamed game. Will this last? Will this dethrone Fortnite? Well, unless it gains the kiddie vote, I doubt it, but kids are annoyingly fickle and love trend following. Might be interesting to see where this all goes. This has been an MMO Grinder Sidequest, and it's time I logged out.